I really just think there's no way out without acknowledging the fact that, listen, okay, a lot of these young men aren't just victims, they're also massive fucking losers. A lot of them are probably watching this right now. And that's not like a permanent feature of their life. They can change. But I bet you a lot of these young men, even within their own peer group and age range and income range, there are girls in their class who are doing way more with their lives. And by doing way more with their lives, I don't mean like, oh, they got a scholarship or whatever. I mean, they're like going out and hanging out with people. They're going and exploring new areas. They're doing new things. They're looking for cool new things around the city to do. They have hobbies. Yeah, they're trying to develop interests. They're concerned about their style. I don't think it's cool that like 12-year-old girls are putting on makeup before class every morning. I think that's fucked up. But I also think it's probably not good that young girls or young women are expected to have some kind of understanding of presentation and style, which is a good thing, and young men don't. So like girls will grow up having a sense of like poise, presentation. I'm not saying that this is always handled well. It's often handled really poorly, but I do think it's good to care about yourself and your presentation and stuff like that, you know. And a lot of guys don't, and then they're like, well, guys are just naturally ugly. No, aren't just naturally ugly. The girls you talk to thread their eyebrows and understand their own like sizes. You don't and don't. So like, what are you complaining about? You could be on par with them and you choose not to. They exercise, you don't. You know? Anyway, I don't know. Like it's like a lot of these guys are fucking losers, and it's not. I don't hate them for it, right? Like I would say that for a length of time in high school, I was a bit of a fucking loser myself. I think that's fine. Maybe everyone has a period of time where they're like that. But I think that like the sadness these people the loneliness and sadness these people are experiencing, I think in a lot of cases has to be addressed through a process of radical self-improvement that we need to advocate for. And that's why I'm a straight shooter on this, you know? I don't want to lie to people. You should put effort into your life. You should put effort into everything. If you're doing something, if there's a thing that you have to do in your life, it could be something as innocuous and boring as chores, grocery shopping, whatever else. I think you should always strive to do it well. I'm not saying I'm perfect about this. I'm definitely not. But I think it's an admirable trait to give it all your best, you know? There's nothing cool about not putting in effort. You should try to make use of your time. The time you have is finite. And over time, you're going to have less of it. And you're going to look back on a life that's been poorly spent. You're not going to remember how you spent most of it. Without novelty for your memory to grip onto, your years and years of your life are going to blur together into this homogeneous gray mess of times you stayed inside and didn't do anything cool outside, you know? It's not good. It's not good. You can change it. You can always change it. You always have the ability to change it, okay? I've always said one of the best things that you can do to get your life on the right track, if you feel this sense of like you're trapped, or you can't get out of this loop, or you feel like your life is just bleeding you by and you don't know how to change it, is to go outside on a walk without your phone or any other entertainment device, and just try to go for like a 20-minute walk around the neighborhood and just get the sun on your skin. I mean, ideally you'd do it during the daytime, right? Nighttime it's a little more cold, you can't see as well, but I need my music though. No, you don't. You just don't. You don't. You don't. So touch grass? Yes, literally. And I think it's a little bit unfortunate that we have gotten so good at reflexively dismissing good advice, because the advice falls within the rhetorical categories of things that we've been taught to like reflexively dismiss, you know? Oh yeah, just touch grass. Yeah, actually, it's really good. And cleaning a room is really good. Doing a little bit of interior design to make your bedroom or your living room feel a little bit more personal and hospitable, it does feel good. The problem with the male living space epidemic is not that you haven't bought an expensive enough couch. The problem is that you are miserable. Guys love to pretend they're not. Guys love to be like, nah, dude, trust me, I've optimized my life. I actually only need these things. Beauty is unnecessary. I want to spend 12 hours a day playing video games. No, you don't, dog. You don't. Every moment of every day, you're fighting off impulses inside your body that are directing you to make better use of your life. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with playing video games for a while, but let's not like pretend that you're making good use of this time, okay? Our podcast's okay? If you are going on a walk, as I have described, no, don't bring your goddamn phone. No podcast. No, just walk around. No one be more bored. Learn how to be bored. Disconnect for a second. I'm not saying you have to like reduce your screen time broadly. I'm telling you the literal first step here. Like if you can't be alone with your thoughts, that's probably not good, you know? Not that I think it's really that boring to walk around without a phone. I mean, like, depending on what you've got going on in your neighborhood, you could find some good stuff to look at. It's not necessarily just about the walk or the boredom. It is good to get some sun on your skin. It is good to get a bit of light exercise. It is good to go out there and to, know your neighborhood a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But moreover than that, I think it's also about like the ability to you have to show yourself that you're capable of overriding habit and instinct, You want to be comfortable. But you'll be comfortable enough when you're dead, man. One of these days you're going to be dead and you don't have to worry about doing scary things anymore, okay? There's a lot of cool stuff out there.